Welcome back to Quanie, the podcast. I'm Quanie, and I'm genuinely glad you've chosen to spend time with me today. In our previous conversations, we've explored everything from finding your unique rhythm to navigating the nuances of daily life dances. Today, we're going to dive deep into a topic that, for me, has become a cornerstone for true well-being and forward momentum: building your intentional community. Now, what do I mean by intentional community? It's more than just having friends or being a part of a group. It's about moving beyond passive connections and really exploring how we deliberately cultivate the people in the spaces that genuinely nourish our souls and, crucially, propel us forward. It's the profound difference between simply being in a community and consciously, thoughtfully building one. We're talking about agency here, about realizing you have the power to pull your own strings when it comes to the relationships that define your life. For too long, I think many of us, myself included, have felt that our connections are just accidental, that friendships happen to us, that our support networks just magically appear. However, the truth is, the most resilient, fulfilling, and transformative communities are often those we actively construct, piece by piece, deliberately. They reflect our values, they reflect our needs, our aspirations. And if you ever felt like your current circle, your current crew, isn't quite fueling your fire, or if you're navigating a new phase of life, then this episode is especially for you. So, how do we begin this journey of conscious construction? It starts with the question I've wrestled with for years. How do you find your tribe? It's a question that implies a pre existing group waiting for you, but really it's about understanding who you are and what you need to thrive. And I believe in calling things in, so that what you are seeking is also seeking you. My own journey of self discovery and friendships has been fascinating. I've been in many different friend groups and work groups throughout my life, each with its own energy and dynamics. And through trial and error, through moments of feeling deeply connected, and yes, moments of profound loneliness, I've learned a lot about what truly sustains me versus what just is transient. What I've discovered about myself personally is that I'm often more compatible with people who are a bit more older than me, who are secure within their careers and life. There's a certain peace and wisdom there, and different kind of ambition and conversations that I've had. They resonate with me where I am right now and where I want to go. It's not about age itself, but the phase of life, the clarity that often comes with experience. They've often navigated similar landscapes and can offer a grounded perspective, not just a reactive one. Now, this isn't to say that young connections aren't vital. They absolutely are for different reasons, but it's about recognizing your personal compatibility code. And I've learned that. What kind of energy do you genuinely thrive on? Who challenges you in a way that elevates you rather than drains you? Understanding this personal compatibility is the first blueprint for building your intentional community. It's about being honest with yourself about your needs that need to get met and not just accepting what's around you. Once you have a clear sense of your own needs, you can start to identify the different archetypes of community that you might want to build around you. I found it very helpful to think in terms of two distinct yet equally vital types. First, the support network. These are the friends, the homies who show up unasked in times of need, the ones offering practical help, emotional support, maybe a truly listening ear when the chips are down. What makes these bonds unbreakable? I want to know. It's the reciprocity. It's the trust and willingness to be vulnerable with one another. It's the friend who, without hesitation, brings you a soup, lets you maybe borrow $20. Even if they secretly hate cooking, they still might bring you something over. It's the late night call when you just needed to vent and they're there silently holding space. I've had friends move mountains for me when I've been navigating tough personal transitions or career changes just by being present and offering quiet strength. These are the anchors, the people who provide the foundational safety net in your life. Then you have the challenge community, the growth community. These are the people who inspire you genuinely, genuinely holding you accountable for your dreams and push you to be better. These aren't just your cheerleaders, these are the ones who will call you out gently when you're slacking on a goal. Tighten up, as I like to say, or share resources and opportunities to help you reach that next level. It's about a mutual elevation. I remember a mentor who, after I shared a dream of starting this podcast, didn't just say, "That's nice," but immediately started asking me about my outline, my tech, my marketing. That's the kind of challenging support that's invaluable. It's having someone in your corner who sees your potential even when you can't and isn't afraid to gently nudge you towards your highest potential. These are the catalysts, the people who propel you forward. I've shared many personal stories about navigating these different types of relationships. It's about realizing that not every connection serves every purpose, and that's okay. It's about seeking out mentors who fill that growth role, finding collaborators who share your purpose, or even having the courage to realize who truly belongs in your inner circle and who might need to gracefully exit because they're no longer serving your highest good. That's a tough but necessary part of building intentionality. It's a continuous process of elevation and cultivation. Now, let's get into the actionable part, the real how to for building these powerful communities. I call these life notes. These are the tangible steps you can take starting today. Life note number one, the community audit. This is the foundational step. I want you to take a moment, grab a pen and paper, or just open a note on your phone. Take stock of your connections. Who genuinely fills your cup? After spending time with them, do you feel energized? Do you feel seen? Does it feel balanced? Do you feel understood? Conversely, who consistently drains you? Who leaves you feeling depleted or misunderstood? It's not about judgment or necessarily severing ties immediately, but it is about conscious awareness, knowing where your emotional and energetic investments are truly paying dividends. So, this audit helps you identify where you need to cultivate more and where you might need to set stronger boundaries. Life note number two, the intentional invitation. Once you know what kind of energy you need, how do you proactively invite someone into your orbit for a deeper connection? Move beyond the vague, "Hey, let's grab a coffee sometime." Be specific and vulnerable. If you admire someone's drive, invite them to a monthly meetup somewhere. Make it fun. If you share a passion or a hobby, propose a regular creative session. It could be shared learning experience or going to the same bookstore or the same coffee shop, like taking an outline class together. Also is another great idea. Or a writing class. It's about clearly communicating your intention for more than just surface level interaction. It takes courage, but that specificity cuts through the noise and shows you're serious about building something real. Life note number three, the cultivation ritual. What are the consistent small acts of generosity and presence that maintain these intentional communities? It's the small gestures that stack up to big impact. Like if you and a friend are out and the bill is under, say, 25 bucks. If you can, why not quietly cover it? It's not about flashing cash, but it just eases the moment of like, it's under 25 bucks. So we don't have to split the bill. You don't have to Venmo me. I'll just cover it. See what I'm saying? It's saying, hey, I value you and I appreciate our time together and I got you. Or it could be a monthly video call with a long distance friend where you each share one win and one challenge or just a general catch up. It doesn't have to be that structured. It could be a hobby. It could be a shared hobby you commit to doing together or a weekly walk or meeting up on a bench. I've done that. These are consistent small rituals that glue a relationship together, a friendship specific. Life note number four, the genuine art of listening and dialogue. This is fundamental. There's a profound difference between waiting for your turn to speak, just formulating your reply, and truly absorbing what the other person is saying. Listening is so important, it's paramount. It's about being fully present in the conversation, asking, clarifying questions, and truly engaging in a dialogue, not a monologue. My best connections are built on this. When someone truly listens, you feel seen, valued, and understood. Cultivate the skill, and your connections will deepen exponentially. Life note number five, there's a friend for every occasion. This ties into understanding those different community archetypes we discussed. Don't expect one person to fulfill every single need. You might have that friend who's your go to for your deep emotional support during crisis, and another who's your partner for ambitious brainstorming sessions, another for pure fun and laughter. It's about valuing each relationship for what it uniquely brings rather than expecting one person to be everything. This broadens your capacity for connection and prevents anyone from feeling overburdened or feeling like they're being something that they're not. And it just alleviates expectations, and it works for me. And speaking of connection styles, I've learned a lot about my own. Personally, I connect with my friends behind the scenes far more than on social media. For me, a quiet one on one call, a deep text conversation, or an intentional meetup is far more nourishing than a public comment or a fleeting like. It's about finding what feels authentic to you and your tribe and not feeling pressure to perform for an online audience if that's not how you get down. It's another aspect of pulling your own strings, owning your communication style, and prioritizing substance over surface. Now, as we wrap up this episode number 5, I hope you're feeling empowered to look at your relationships a little differently. Building your intentional community isn't about being transactional, it's about being just that, intentional and purposeful. It's about recognizing your own value, understanding your needs, and then courageously creating the connections that truly serve your highest self. Every intentional conversation, every thoughtful invitation, every small act of presence or generosity, these are the bricks that build a community, that elevate you, that support you, genuinely make you feel like you and other people belong. This journey, whether it's exploring new friendships or deepening existing ones, is ultimately about enriching our lives. It's about finding peace between our personal choices and our shared human experience. Ultimately, remember this: while friendship is essential, at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, your agency, your choices, your commitment to building a life that genuinely supports you. You are the architect of your connections. If this episode left you feeling curious, connected, and inspired, please hit that subscribe button, share it with someone who might need to hear this message, and leave us a review. Your support helps us build our community right here. Until next time, keep seeing differently and living fully.